Hey, what's up? Back again.
That first bass note hit me in the chest, and I was just like, there's no way that's 2/8.
MBEnclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
What's up? It's your baby boy here. MB, man, let's do another unboxing. I told y'all I was going to have Crossfire on this channel. Crossfire Audio. I think they out of somewhere in Texas. I can't remember their name. The owner company, a guy named Paul. Crossfire model is still louder. So I'm going to unbox it. I believe I got it from Apex Audio. As you can see with the sticker tape. And let's see how it came, man. I know the Crossfire guys are going to be very happy because I've had people ask, what do you think about Crossfire Audio? Love Crossfire Audio. Love Crossfire Audio so much that I'm going to show you, there's going to be another video about Crossfire Audio about another 8. This is the 8 they have that they're using now. The Crossfire C5. Okay, it comes double box, which is nice. Okay, all right. I have here the D4 model. So I know some of the specs on it may be intrigued by it. It's number one, this thing has a very high BL in relation to the amount of mass that is moving. For example, my beloved Sundowns have I think it's the Do2 configuration. It's a 202 grams and a BL of 26. Well, in the D4 configuration here, which I have here, we have a moving mass, total weight of all the soft parts, is 187 with a BL of 23. That's very, very high. And it intrigued me based on the other 8 that y'all will see a video on about when I ask y'all to do something for me in reference to this particular 8. But it's no longer used by Crossfire. So if they got away with that 8 and went with this one, I want to see if it's up to the height. So, let's look at the parameters. Come with a nice booklet. Crossfire has some nice, they always give you a manual in all their production of all their equipment. Very solid to build. Small company, not relatively well-known, except for those of us who really love bass. Okay, let's look at these parameters right quick. It uses the same 6-bolt basket that a lot of ones are using, so the cutout is still 7¼ inches. It's very popular today. Displacement is 0.8. Power handling is 600 to 1200. 600 watts RMS, 1200 watts max. For anything I know about Crossfire, from what I know about them from using them, that's going to be underrated. I really believe it's more like an 800 watt RMS sub. The magnet weight is 150 ounces, not overly large. But remember, magnet size is just used for it's a permanent magnetic field. It needs to have a certain motive force, but we also need to know what else is going on. It has a 2.5-inch BSAV voice coil, superior heat dissipation there. DC resistance, resonant frequency of 42 in the D2 and 43 in the D4. QTS average is a 0.4, so it can go sealed or ported. It can be used in the 4th order. Mechanical is very high. I like the mechanical, 4.78. That's nice. That's very respectable. QS 0.42. The moving mass is 192 grams and the energy that's generated in the gap to move that very light cone. It's 192 in the D2, is 187 in the D4. So, and then it has the same force as a Sundown X8. Yes, it does. Because you're going to use less. Your BL always going to be less in the lower on configuration because you're going to gain more power. It's just a measurement. And if it's something that I do look at. I do look at the BL because I have a way of gauging from what I've heard subwoofers do. And based on what I've read about the BL and the moving mass, I kind of look at them two to tell me what kind of 8 it's going to be. The sensitivity is very respectable, 83. And if it's anything like the 8 it's supposed to be replacing, this 18 millimeters of one-way X-Max is, I think, him underestimating it. He's not giving y'all the accurate on that. Maybe because he don't want to. I don't know. But I've got a very high understanding for Crossfire and their products. Yeah, I'll see it on my later video. I keep mentioning it. I say, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Okay, it's not recommended for a sealed application. It is recommended for ported. 0.75 to 35 with 7.5 inches square inches of ported area. That's just a general guideline that they give you. And they give you the box, shapes. I don't think they give you the dimensions. Tell you the cues and then how to wire. So let's look at the baby. Not yet, baby. These videos go to about 10 months. Let's get 10 minutes. Let's get them out. Oh, yeah. Crossfire. And the mats go from the bottom up because that's how you build a house. Crossfire. Crossfire. Nice back plate with vents along the bottom of the coil for air on the outside of the coil. Got a magnetic rubber boot. Says Crossfire Audio on it. Top plate looks to be about 3/8 inch thick. Remember, they told you the magnet structure is only 150 ounces. And somebody said, oh, that Sundown got more than that, and other Rampage got more than that. The magnet strength, the magnet is mainly used for one thing, fellas. And what's that? The magnetic field. It doesn't need to be a certain high grade. Yeah, my DDs don't have nothing but a 160 ounce motor. So don't look at the size of the motor to be the overall answer what you're looking for. It is necessary, but you got to look at everything together. Now, coming up, we got some nice tensor leads. Look like they would accept easily 8-gauge wire. Heavily stranded, these speaker terminals, my bad. Heavily stranded speaker terminals on the sewn into the, looks to me to be a linear roll spider, and it is one. Oh, hold on, let me make sure. No. No, it's two. It's two, but they are spaced together very, very. It could be one. Let me put my finger here. Nah, it's one. It's one spider. And so, I thought you liked two. I do like two. And I know in the previous model they used two. But this is one linear roll spider. Has a 2-inch voice coil. Looks to me to be a pressed cone. It doesn't. It looks to me to be. Now this is a non-pressed paper cone. Non-pressed paper cone because you can see the ridges on it. Up top, the surround sewn into the cone. Y'all love to hear me say that. And I'll tell you, if the glue fails, it doesn't matter about that stitching. If the glue fails, the stitching ain't gonna matter. Plastic dust cap has Crossfire along the magnet boot, and it only has 4 screw holes that I can see. Yeah, or they got them underneath the gasket, but he only have 4 screw holes showing. And I guess you could screw your own in if you want it, but it only has 4. It has a weight of 20, I believe it's 22 pounds. Yeah, 23 pounds. They got that listed in parameters too. Net weight 22 pounds, about as heavy as a DD. We're gonna do a free air testing on it, and then we're gonna do a listening testing on it, and we're gonna see where it ranks. Standard 6-spoke basket that everyone is using, but I'm gonna tell you something. Why I put Crossfire on here. Crossfire was the first, one of the first. There's 2 companies use this 6-spoke basket that I'm not tired of seeing, but there's 2 people that have used, that pioneered this. Ampere Audio, Andrew Bailey, and Crossfire, in my opinion. They were the first 2. I can't remember who actually did it first. But I remember I was very intrigued by, let me tell you about the Crossfire C7, 8. And they was the first one to use this basket way back in 2014. All right? Peace.